Welcome, God bless you. The glory be to God, Mighty God Ministries. This is episode 5. I don't know what we're going to call this, but essentially we had made episode 4 where I talked about uh, sickness from guilt. And the story was about my daughter Nicoletta, which is right beside me. And after I put that episode online, she actually said that she wanted to take it down and re-record a brand new one. And I said, we're not taking it down because we already have it, and I think it was a good episode. But she did want to come on and talk. Again, this is all to glorify God, but also learning for everyone here. So we're going to let her tell her side of the story, and then I'm just going to ask some questions as a parent. That she may answer or she may not. That's okay. And the other thing is, we're actually in the basement where she told us about the story where it happened. So this is a fitting place to be, in the basement where she actually was telling us about the story. So I'm going to let Nicoletta go ahead and just maybe tell her side of it and the perspective, and maybe how she felt, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so we were in class, and my friend, this was probably a bad idea in the beginning, but my friend was sitting across from me, and then we started passing notes, which I knew I shouldn't have been doing. But, like,
Go ahead. You're good. Just keep going.
so, we were writing about how we didn't like the movie, and then, like, we passed it a few times, and then the teacher caught us, and she asked us to bring it up to her desk, and me and my friend were, like, really scared because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then she said that she is going to tell our teacher about it, but I came home that day and I didn't feel good, and I didn't know how to tell my parents, so I just didn't tell them. And I felt like I was gonna throw up, and I slept for like 6 hours straight, and I just was like thinking in my mind, like, how am I gonna tell them? And what's gonna happen? Because we're on spring break, so we weren't gonna go back for like 10 days. So I was like, how am I gonna tell them when we go back? And so the next day I woke up and my mom was like, let's get you some Tylenol. Is like anything in school bothering you? And then I just kind of didn't respond. And then she asked again, and then I told her, and then I told my dad, and I felt better, and it was fine because they just like, they talked to me and then they laughed and brushed it off. So
Yeah, and I think that's one of the great things, and I think from a kid's point of view, just like I was saying in one of the other episodes of how we started a fire, we thought we were going to be dead meat. Like, we thought we were going to just die on the spot. And I think when you're a kid, again, the devil, he fills your mind with these evil thoughts that are just completely wrong. And they make you, if you had a cliff to jump over, you'd want to jump over the cliff if you had that option. And that's what he makes you feel like. But in reality, it's the truth that sets us free. The truth, once you tell the truth, and I think you were saying it earlier, once you told the truth, you felt better because that weight lifted off of you. There's nothing like it, but he puts this wall up, where he wants you to feel bad and ashamed of what you did, and there's no way out of it. But there's always a way, whether it's you pray to Jesus, which is probably the number one thing, no matter what, that you always do, because Jesus can fix anything. Whether you go to your parents and tell them, because parents love you no matter what. They love you, and it's important to know that. And when I was a little kid, I probably would have done the same thing. And I know I have, because I did the same thing. I might have lied at first and then told the truth. So it's okay to do that. If you are a little kid, that's normal, but we got to break, the chains of bondage with the devil, and we got to put our foot down and not let him let us think that it's not okay to tell the truth, because telling the truth is the right thing to do, and it always works out.
Yeah.
Now, what did you, because we really thought you were sick because you didn't eat, and you were sitting on the couch, and you didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And it really is unbelievable how things can weigh down on you and they can show as other symptoms. Did you actually feel like you were sick?
I actually did feel sick.
Yeah, so it's interesting how you can actually feel like you're sick from something like that, and it doesn't matter what it is, but those things can weigh on you, and make you sick when you're really not even sick. But sometimes it's that guilt. But the good thing is that you can always tell the truth, and when you do that, I think it sets you free and you feel good, and it's like a release, you know. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about or anything, or say about it? Was there anything else that came into your mind or anything
Not
that you
really.
were worried about, or was there anything like you thought that we were going to do something bad or ground you forever or something like that, or like, you know?
No, I just thought you guys were gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions?
No, I think it's one of those things where, you know, as a parent, and when you guys have kids, you know, God bless you when you're older. If God bless you with kids, you know, you understand that, like, you initially, because we're all, you know, we all fall short of the glory of God. We all make mistakes, and we all might initially get mad at first because we're human, right? So we all might get mad at first, and, you know, say things we don't want to say or we don't mean. Hopefully, we can control ourselves and not do that, but, you know, it happens. But at the end of the day, you know, we love you. Again, God and Jesus love you more than anybody else in the world. And, you know, a lot of times if you just tell the truth, things work out in the end. They work out, and it's the best thing you can do. Anytime you tell a lie, it just gets worse and worse. And it's, you know, the devil puts you in a hole, and you're just, you know, you're digging the hole deeper. You just dig deeper. But the good thing is, no matter how deep that hole gets, you call out to Jesus, and Jesus can save you. He'll pull you out of that hole like nothing. There's nothing he can't do, because that's what he does. He created the whole universe. He created the stars in the sky. He calls them out by name every night. He knows every single star in the sky. The scientists don't even know, and scientists are good, but, you know, we don't even know. If you look up, we don't know every star that's out there, and he knows every single star. He created each one of them, and it says in the Bible, he calls the stars out by name every night. So it is amazing what he can do. There's nothing he can't do. Anything else you want to add, Nicolette, or anything else that you want to tell anyone out there? Maybe a kid that's listening, or somebody that maybe that you could help them, you know, with it?
Oh wait, no. Okay. Oh yeah. So always tell your parents the truth, no matter what you did. And siblings are always a good person too, because they're gonna be there your whole life, hopefully. And like, yeah, just tell your parents, tell family, and maybe if you don't have parents, tell a guardian.
And that's a good point, because even if you don't have parents, it doesn't matter. If you're adopted, if you have somebody, guess what? You're a child of God, because God created you. So no matter what, God loves you. If you have, you know, if you only have, like I said, one or two people that you know, that's okay. Because guess what? You have God, your Father up in heaven, and he's the best father you can have, because he knows everything about you, and he's watching out for you. And he will protect you, and he will take care of you. You just have to call out to him. God bless you. Have a good day. We do want to say that, did you want to add something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, add something.
Okay, I know this is kind of like off topic, but if you're like feeling sad, first of all, don't be sad. And second of all, Forrest Frank is a really good music guy. So if you need a jam, go listen to him.
That is a good point, because we love jamming out to him in the car. And earlier today I was talking about praise and worship, and he does have some sweet songs. And it's awesome to know that there are good musicians out there that believe in God, that stand behind God, and they are being glorified. And when you jam out to that music, it is so good. And I love how the music like that is getting shot to the top of the list, and it's just good music, and it glorifies God. Again, God bless you. And if you are not saved, or if you're not sure, that's okay. Look at the the description below. Read the salvation prayer out loud, and that will start your relationship. I promise you, I've said it a bunch of times, I'm going to keep saying it every single time. It is the best thing you have ever done in your life. Miracles will start to happen. They'll take time, but your life will change. Things will get better. I promise you. It's the best thing you can do to start a relationship with God. It is the best thing you can do because He loves you so much. God bless you and have a good day.